Hello, my name's Andrea Coleman and I'm going to demonstrate for you how to make an Artfelt flower scarf. First thing, divide your yarn into 3 equal piles with all 3 colours in each pile. Cut your yarn as instructed in your instructions and mark your templates, and also just take one of your thin yarns and one pile of wool and put everything else to one side. Put the bubble wrap with the bubbles facing upwards on your work surface, with the thin plastic with the template on top of that. Take one piece of your thinner yarn and open it up to make your flower, and place a small amount of silk on top of that, then turn it upside down and place it on the narrow end here. Then you can take your fleece, the lightest colour, divide that into small sections like this, and then trap and pull away over your flower. Don't take too much in your hand, otherwise it will become too thick, so keep your hands quite far apart and try to keep within the lines that have been drawn on your template. Once you've reached halfway between your markers with your first colour, you can start to blend in your second colour, the mid colour, and just go over the edge and carry on. If you end up with a bit of extra fleece, that's quite normal, there's plenty in your kit, and carry this through till the other markers. As you reach your halfway mark, start again now with the darker colour until you get to the end of your scarf. Once you've laid it down layer 1, you're ready to do layer 2. Don't worry if your fibres overlap your template. We're going to go across in a horizontal direction across these fibres. And if you need to, just make it quite small at this narrow end, and then follow the colour pattern, changing to the next colour as you reach that point. Once you've completed layer 2, you're ready to do layer 3. Use your last set of wools and start exactly as you did with layer 1, but you can mingle the colours a little bit if you like. Once you've finished your third layer, put your small piece of thin plastic in place about 20 centimetres away from the end of your scarf. Once your plastic is in place, you can make up your flowers, open them out and add little bits of silk. You might need to cut the silk fibres, they're very difficult to control, so don't worry about that. The important part is to have the 3 thick pieces of your yarn close together over this thin plastic. On the narrow end, place the remaining 2 flowers and add the silk fibres. Now you're ready to use your soapy water to get your scarf wet. Be careful not to move things, don't blast them out of place, be quite gentle. To saturate your scarf, I used about the whole of this bottle, which is 500 ml of soapy water. Then I've put the thin plastic sheet on, and then you need to press. Don't hurry your pressing. It's a really important part of this scarf making. Once you've pressed down, add add a little bit of soapy water to the top of your plastic sheet, and then using your hands rub in the direction you laid your fibres. You need to do this for a minimum of 6 minutes, working your way all the way down the scarf. When you've finished rubbing, take the 2 pieces of thin plastic with your scarf inside and flip them over, so now the flowers are underneath your scarf. Take the top piece of thin plastic off, and then we can neaten up your edges by lifting the thin plastic and angling it over like so, and then just press down all the way along your scarf. Take your time over this. Repeat the other side, fold in, then put the piece of thin plastic you took off back on, and then repeat the rubbing that you did on the first side. You can also rub in this direction and mix it all up. Once you've finished your rubbing, you can now use your roller to roll up. So taking your bubble wrap, roll over everything. And we will have to do 50 rolls like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once you've done your 50 rolls, take the whole lot, turn it round, unroll it, smooth out any wrinkles, then roll it back up again from this end and do another 50 rolls. Once you've done both your 50s, take the top thin sheet off, roll up again and do 100 from each end. Once you've done your 100 rolls from each end, you can test your felt to see if you can pick up individual fibres. If like this, everything's clinging together, you've probably done. If not, turn it over and repeat the rolling from the other side. So once your felt is firm, you can take this little piece of plastic out, and you should be able to put your hands underneath, just a few fingers, and now you're ready to rinse out your work and put it to dry and then iron it, and it's ready to wear.